All right, after Tuesday's sports wagering action, we improved to 5-0 in our last 5 board member tier package bets on Pt.2. And the link for today's board member tier package bet is in the description section below. $1,000 bettors are up over $4,500 during that span. Now, the board member tier is an all-inclusive package that I offer on that website. And not only do you get access to my board member tier package bet itself, you also get access to every single bet that I give out on that webpage all the way through the end of February. Now, if you're not signed up for that package, or if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to go ahead and explain a little bit more about that in just a moment. But before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to the video. My name is Brock Page, and I do sports picks for free right here on YouTube. I also sell my personal bets on Pt.2, and I have packages on that website starting at just $1.99. Now, the purpose of these YouTube videos is to provide you with free informational sports betting content. It's also designed to generate interest in signing up for a membership on my website. Now, you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here on YouTube and what I do on my webpage. And well, what I do here on YouTube is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side and total. And what I do on my website is, well, I actually share with you which one of these free YouTube picks on my channel that I'm actually betting on personally. And with that, guys, let's go ahead and get into our part 2 video here today. We're going to take a look at the Suns taking on the Thunder, 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off on Thursday, February 24th, 2022. Phoenix is minus 10.5, totals 214. Now, the Suns are on a 7-game winning streak, and they actually lost only 2 games since December 31st of last year. Phoenix is currently 38 games above 500 right now. They're actually leading the entire NBA in guarding the 3-ball. Now, Phoenix allows just 105 points a game on the road. When it comes to the scoring in this one, Devin Booker is averaging 25.5 points per contest, along with 5 rebounds and 4.5 assists. Meanwhile, DeAndre Ayton, he's scoring 16.5 points a game himself, along with double-digit boards. And speaking of rebounds, Phoenix is currently in the top 5 in the NBA in offensive boards per game. They're taking on a Thunder team who wins just 32% of their home games, and they actually score fewer points per contest than any other team in the association. Now, OKC, they currently rank dead last in shooting from the field. They're also making only 31% of their three-pointers. Simply put, these guys are the worst shooting team in the NBA. Now, injury-wise, leading scorer Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's still out indefinitely. Muscala and Robinson Earl, they're still out as well. And, of course, in addition to all that, Williams, Dort, and Jerome, they're all questionable to play for OKC as well. Meanwhile, for Phoenix on the other side of things, Chris Paul's out indefinitely for them. Payne and Shamet, they're questionable to go as well. When it comes to the total in this one, Phoenix is currently 16-11 to the under on the road this year. Meanwhile, OKC saw unders recently with Chicago, Philadelphia, and Golden State. I'm going to lean toward Phoenix minus 10.5 and the under 214. Next ball game, it is going to be Warriors versus the Blazers, 10 p.m. Eastern start time. Golden State's minus 7.5, totals 223. As good as Golden State's been this season, they did go into the All-Star break losers of 4 out of their final 5 ball games. And even worse, when it comes to covering the number, Golden State actually failed to cover in their last 7 straight outings. And even though there's really not much to nitpick when it comes to Golden State statistically, once again, these guys have had serious problems covering the number on the road. Golden State currently finds themselves 12-15 against the spread away from their home court. They're taking on a Portland team who won their last 4 straight themselves, and they also successfully covered the point spread in all 4 of those victories. And even though Portland has really made a ton of personnel changes to their roster, really a lot of house cleaning there, They still rank in the top 10 in the NBA in shooting from beyond the arc. Now, newcomer Josh Hart, he's making over 53% of his three-pointers thus far with his new team. He's also averaging 24 points a night through 3 ball games with Portland. Meanwhile, Anthony Simons, he's scoring 17 points per contest along with 2 rebounds and 3 assists. Now, when it comes to head-to-head meetings in this one, Portland's averaging 114 points a game in their last 10 contests against the Warriors. When it comes to the injury report, Bledsoe and Johnson are still questionable for Portland. Meanwhile, for Golden State, Green is still out for them. Iguodala is questionable. When it comes to the total in this one, the Warriors saw unders recently with Utah, OKC, and Houston. They're also 16 and 11 to the under as the road team. Meanwhile, Portland has gone 6-3 to the under in their last 9. I'm going to lean toward Portland plus 7.5 and the under 223. And with that, guys, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup of the show. It is going to be Denver versus Sacramento. That's going to be a 10 o'clock Eastern start time. Denver's minus 4.5 with the total at 231. Now, the Nuggets won their last 3 straight. They also went 5-1 against the spread in their last 6. Now, Denver does a real nice job grabbing defensive rebounds. They're currently in the top 5 in defensive boards per contest. The Nuggets are also in the top 5 in guarding the 3-ball on the road. When it comes to the scoring in this one, Nikola Jokic, he's averaging 26 points per contest, along with 13 boards and 7 assists. Meanwhile, Will Barton is scoring over 15 points a game himself, along with 5 rebounds and 3 assists as well. Now, Denver currently finds themselves in the top 5 in offensive field goal percentage. They're taking on a Sacramento team who lost their last 2 straight, and they also have a losing record at home. Now, the Kings have had some serious problems with rebounding the basketball this year. They're in the bottom 5 in offensive rebounding at home. They also find themselves in the bottom 10 in defensive rebounding at any location. And, well, speaking of defensive performance, the Kings are allowing 115 points per contest at the Golden One Center. Now, injury-wise, Lamb and Mitchell are questionable to play. Davis is still out indefinitely. Meanwhile, for Denver, Najee and Cousins are questionable for them. When it comes to the total in this one, Sacramento saw unders recently with Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Meanwhile, the Nuggets saw unders recently with Toronto, Boston, and New Orleans. I'm going to lean toward Denver minus 4.5 and the under 231. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Pt.2. Now, if you guys do end up getting a membership here today on my website, just keep in mind you're going to get billed the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. So if you do end up getting a membership here today on Pt.2, you're going to get access to those bets all the way through the end of February. I always tell folks in every single video, the earlier in the month you sign up, the better. And once again, guys, if you want to get access to every single package that I offer, you know, the whole shebang there, you're going to want to sign up for my board member tier package. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, guys, happy Wednesday or Thursday to you, depending on when you're watching this. Best of luck to you. I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at Brockpage.com.